Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be sharing how a typical morning to afternoon routine looks like for me on a school day. Since all three of my kids go to school in the morning now, the mornings have become a little hectic and honestly, every morning looks almost the same. In this vlog, I'll also be sharing a delicious recipe and I've been trying to be more health conscious and eat more mindfully. So I'll show you some of the changes I've made in my diet as well. So let's get started. So as usual, I woke up at around 5 a.m. and prayed Fajr and headed straight to the kitchen. The previous night I had kept millet idli batter ready. I've started incorporating millets more in my diet. I'm still learning how to cook with them and trying new recipes. I wanted to make millet idli for me and my husband for breakfast, but unfortunately the batter didn't rise well. So I quickly decided to make dosa with that batter for him because there was no much time to think much. In the morning nowadays on empty stomach, I drink warm water with lemon, soaked chia seeds and honey. This is usually good for digestion, hydration and keeping you full for longer. After that, I wait for about 1 hour before having my smoothie or breakfast. Then I start straight with the lunchbox preparation. This day I had already marinated some chicken for the kids' quesadillas. So I'm frying that. The marinade is very simple: paprika, chili powder, garlic powder, onion powder, pepper and some salt. I just fry it in olive oil. Once it's cooked, I add a little ketchup and cook for another 2 to 3 minutes. And that becomes the filling. In between all this, I try to wake the kids up. Sometimes my husband helps, but honestly, we have to call them at least 2 to 3 times before they actually get out of bed. Then back to the kitchen, I assemble the quesadilla. I take the tortilla wrap, add the chicken filling, mozzarella cheese, fold it, and I toast it in ghee until it's crispy and the cheese is melted. As a side, I'm giving them potato cubes. I had chopped potatoes the previous night, so I just season them quickly with paprika, garlic powder and salt and saute them. Then I go back again to call the kids. My husband also tries calling them many times, but sometimes they still don't get up. Usually they wait for that last call from me, so I go call them once more and finally they wake up. Now I'm packing everything into their lunch boxes. I have the quesadilla ready and I'm adding grapes. I always make sure to cut the grapes in half lengthwise because grapes are one of the highest choking risk foods for kids. So even though my eldest is bigger, I cut his grapes as well. It's just safer for all three of them. I also added a very soft, healthy ragi cake which doesn't have any flour and no sugar. It's very nice, and that's the lunchbox ready. The kids are all awake now. It's still dark outside in the mornings. Winter is setting in, so the sun rises a little later. The mornings feel very cozy and the weather is getting cooler, so we recently got this room heater and it's very nice. It warms the whole room. For Hamad's breakfast, I'm assembling the overnight oats that I had prepared earlier, and I just added some walnuts and honey on top and serve it. Aishu and Omar prefer something spread on the bread, so that's what I gave them. And here's Hamad trying to tie his tie. He actually learned how to tie a tie by himself by watching a YouTube tutorial. I was very impressed because I feel like this is one of the trickiest things to learn. He watched the tutorial and now he's doing it confidently. If you want, I can share the link to that same tutorial in the description. It seems it's very simple and easy to follow. Now Aisha is combing her hair. I just do a quick simple hairstyle for her. These days I really don't have the time to do cute fancy hairstyles like before. So this is a usual everyday hairstyle now. Simple, quick and it works. The kids are all ready to go to school and they're packing their bags and putting their lunch boxes inside. As you can see in the next clip, I changed their lunch boxes because for Aisha and Omar, the previous lunchbox lid has become very hard to close. I accidentally put the lid in dishwasher and the heat bent it slightly. So now it's almost ruined and don't close properly. So I switched to a different lunchbox that is easier for them. So everyone is all set and they're heading out. But Omar, he still finds it hard to go. It's been almost 2 months since school started, but still every morning he cries before leaving. It's very emotional time for him saying goodbye and going. So after the kids leave, this is how the kitchen looks, a lot of mess. Sometimes I start cleaning immediately, but this morning I thought I'll put Ibrahim to sleep first. He was awake. So before that, I quickly soaked some little millet for my lunch today because I'm planning to make millet rice. I then opened the window and the outside looked so foggy and misty. It was actually very beautiful and cozy. It matched perfectly with those ASMR rain sounds that Hamad puts on TV at night to help him sleep. He struggles to fall asleep fast, so after listening to Quran and evening adkar in the night, he plays these rain sounds and that helps him sleep, it seems. I really love that cozy house video. It looks so warm and comforting. I honestly felt like jumping inside the screen and sleeping on that bed right now. So after that moment, I cleaned the room a bit and I thought, let me just quickly test that batter again and try making small idlis. So I just poured the batter into these tiny idli molds and kept it to steam. Then I went to change Ibrahim's diaper. So Ibrahim sleeps in his own bed coat at night and we put him in a baby sleeping bag because we keep the AC temperature quite low and I'm always worried he might get too cold. So this sleeping bag really helps. We got these soft sleeping bags that also comes with sleeves. But sometimes I remove the sleeves if he's already wearing a tight full sleeve outfit because I don't want it to feel too bulky for him. I'll probably put the sleeves back on once proper winter starts. So this sleeping bag is 2.5 TOG, which is a medium warmth rating. If you live in a very cold country, you can get a higher TOG number, and if the weather is not very cold, you can get a lower TOG. But since we always keep the AC in very low temperature, I prefer taking a higher TOG number sleeping bag. So I just gave Ibrahim a bath, just a light rinse without soap. Then I changed his diaper. Recently, we started using these diapers from AVB. It's an Australian brand. We used to always use Pampers before before the boycott, and honestly, Pampers is the best one. But I've been trying other brands. I used Kim and Kimmy for a while, but it was good in the beginning months. But recently, it started leaking a lot. Baby Hug also started giving leakage issues, so I found this brand on the Euhalia app and it's actually really good. It's not expensive and the quality is very nice. We've been very happy with it so far. Then I put the baby to sleep and finally had my breakfast. The idli was not that great, probably because the batter didn't rise properly, but was still okay. So I ate that. After that, I usually like to sit quietly for a bit, recite some Quran, or just relax for a few minutes while the baby sleeps. Then I head back into the kitchen. On this day, most of my food for lunch was already meal prepped, so I didn't have to stress about that much. For dinner, I was planning to make Vietnamese chicken pho, so I thought I'll show you how I make it. To make the pho, I took one whole chicken. If you use chicken with the skin on, it gives more flavor, but I just had skinless chicken that time. So in a pressure cooker, I poured some oil and added halved onions. You can also add garlic and ginger at this stage, but I forgot that day. So I cooked the onions until they were nicely golden brown on one side. Then I added the chicken along with ginger, garlic, cinnamon, clove, cardamom, fennel seeds, coriander seeds, a big bunch of coriander leaves, and fish sauce. I was always a bit skeptical about fish sauce, but it actually gives a nice depth of flavor to the soup without any fishy smell at all. I also added a little salt, sugar, a chicken stock cube, some water, mixed everything and pressure cooked it. By that time, I also cleaned the kitchen a bit. Once the chicken was done, I strained the broth. It was so flavorful, really loved it. I took out the chicken, shredded it off the bones and kept it ready. Everything was set to assemble the pho at night. As you can see, if you've noticed, I'm changing my dress a lot throughout the day. Ibrahim still vomits and I often have to change in between. Right now, I just changed my hoodie. So it was lunchtime. By around 1:30 I have my lunch. I don't wait for anybody because I am following a diet plan. I'm still in the first few weeks, so I'll share updates in the upcoming videos. If you want details about the plan, let me know and I can share more, inshallah. So my lunch that day looked like this: a bowl of millet rice, lots of salad, and okra curry. It is ladyfinger or vandaka. I also had okra varavu and sunflower seeds and yogurt. Then I meal prepped some baby food and stored it for later. I did this because most of the time I get so busy making our food and doing lots of other things that I completely forget to cook for Ibrahim, and then it becomes difficult. So I thought if I have some ready in advance, life would be much easier. So that's what I did next. After that, I took a shower and it was time for the kids to get back home. The kids are back home. For them, I made millet dosa, which turned out nice and crispy, which they really liked. I also gave them fish curry and the okra varavu. So that's how lunchtime went. I also fed Ibrahim. I gave him chicken and rice for the first time, but he didn't really like it. After that, we had got some flowers. Aisha and I are both fans of flowers, and she was so excited to help me put them in the vase. It was such a beautiful pink flowers, and it was very pretty. Then I baked a cake, the same ragi cake I mentioned earlier. It turned out really well, and we wanted to give it to someone, so I baked it fresh. It was so good. Inshallah, I'll be sharing the recipe soon if you guys are interested. I'm not sure if you are into cakes like this, but do let me know. So that's a wrap for today. This was a little glimpse into our typical morning to afternoon routine. I hope you enjoyed spending the morning with us and maybe picked up a few ideas along the way. But before ending the video, I wanted to quickly show you how I assemble the pho at night. So first I pour the broth into a bowl, then the cooked Vietnamese rice noodles. Next I add the shredded chicken, some spring onion greens. Sometimes I also add carrots cut into long strips. Finally I top it with a little sriracha and some chili oil, and it's ready to eat. This is so delicious. You can adjust the ingredients as per your taste. For one whole chicken I used about 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. Everything else is pretty straightforward. And that's it for the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please do share it with your family and friends, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and also leave a comment. I love reading them. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.